All right. What is going on, guys? Bro, already, dude. I'll just do it like this. I have a trade recap. I took two real trades and then I gambled, and I'm, just being honest because why would I lie? And like, this is just for myself. I don't care what you guys think. So, um, I passed my eval today. It hasn't loaded yet, but I have passed. I passed the eval. I finally, got it out of the way. I gambled because I was close to passing it, and I was like, bro, I'm really close to passing. Let me just fucking pass this already. And I gambled. Should I have done that? Absolutely not. What the fuck are you doing, Ethan? Like, when you watch back, like, these videos, like, awful, awful day. Like, why the hell would you gamble, bro? Like, straight up. I wasn't scalping. I was just gambling. Full porting gambling, bro. So, I don't really care what you guys say. I know that I can read the markets really well. And I know that overall, I have good psychology. Okay. The reason I did this, and I think that it's honestly fair, is that, I've been taking an eval for a while. So a long time, right? So when I'm this close, it got to me. Like, it literally just got to me. Like, I'm like, bro, let me pass this already. Like, it got to me, and I think that was probably like one of the biggest things that caused me to just do this. And I'll go into actually what like really put me on tilt. But before we do that, I'll just go over, my analysis today. Read the market's amazing. Besides gambling, I read the market's absolutely amazing, and I understood where price wanted to go, except for my first trade. So again, we're bullish for the week. Probably, I think the objective with this week is going to be to take out these highs because of this bullish SMT that we put in after this volume imbalance. We put in this SMT. Objective is now this high, so that's just pretty much what I'm seeing for the week. We're gearing there right now. We can see we're respecting bullish order flow, disrespecting bearish order flow. So, we're bullish. But what I saw coming into today, so we have Asia session highs right here, okay? And what happened is, I think ES came up and took those out and then put in a bearish SMT because NQ at the time did not take out the highs, so we had an SMT, okay? And then pretty much from there, we had news that there was 8:30 news, there was 10 a.m. news as well. Or no, there was only 10 a.m. news. I had to wait for it. And that was fine because I had class anyway, so really had nothing to wait for because I'm in class. But right after class, I get on the charts, and it's around 10:15. Okay, I see this. I'm on my phone. I'm rushing to go find somewhere to trade. I'm on my phone. I'm trying to see what price is doing real quick, trying to get analysis because my first time looking at the charts, and like the first thing I see is this bearish SMT. Okay. It's off of Asia highs, and I'm like, okay, this could gear us a little bit lower. We have some like 15-minute lows that are relatively equal lows. So like, I'm all right. But I got on the charts at around 10:15 or a little bit later. That's around right here. Okay, I literally took the trade the second I got on my phone because what I saw is this bearish SMT, this placement lower. And then, as you can see, we came back up and we respected this, whatever. You guys understand the point. We respected this bearish imbalance, and then we disrespected this. And then I took the short right there off of that inversion. Stop loss right up here, and then take profit was at, I think it was previous day lows. Okay. This is not a good trade. I'm going to just explain basically why this isn't a good trade. Like, when you're looking back on this, Ethan, you weren't completely able to understand the market because you literally just looked at it. So for the future, do not just like try to jump into a trade because you feel like it's there and you haven't seen all the context. Like, bro, like this is not a good trade. It's just that simple. Like, so I'll go into that in a second. So as you can see, we put in the bearish SMT, and the SMT did its job already. Before I entered in shorts, the SMT actually did its job because we know that price moves from external to internal liquidity. And as you can see, this is a 15-minute low. Yeah, it's a 15-minute low right here. And, we got the SMT that pushed price to the equilibrium of this range and then also swept out the 15-minute lows. The reason this is also good is because we put in, ES actually took out like these, I think it's even hourly, or no, not hourly lows, but 30-minute lows here that NQ did not take out. That gave us this SMT as well. So like, I took a short off of this. Which do you think holds higher confluence? It's going to be this, bullish, because on what is our bigger time frame narrative. We are extremely bullish on the bigger time frame, okay? And now, this SMT, right, this bearish SMT, it's only valid until we get to some sort of internal liquidity. And in this case, we came to the equilibrium of this range. We put in a bullish SMT on the 15-minute. We took out a 15-minute low. So now it's obviously bullish. SMT did its job. SMT is no longer valid. I don't need to care about it anymore. It already did what it needed to do. That is what pushed price down to equilibrium of the range and the sell side and the SMT. Bro. All right. So yeah, the SMT did its job. So I'm no longer caring about that. All I see is now this Asia high as a drawn liquidity, not an SMT. So now this is my drawn liquidity, Asia highs. So yes, this first trade, bad trade because I didn't see the context. I didn't see everything that was going on. I didn't really have a good understanding of where price wanted to go. I mean, was this an awful trade? I don't think it was awful, but it was definitely not a good trade. So Ethan, don't take anything like this again. Remember, something very, very important and that we kind of forgot about is that price moves from external, very simple. Price moves from external liquidity to internal liquidity. Very simple, okay? Like here, came to the external, put in a bearish SMT off of the external high, came down, took out internal lows with an internal bullish SMT, and now we're bullish because we did the objective. We came down, filled the equilibrium, and we got to the objective, okay? So I got stopped out, obviously, and I managed my risk because I moved stops. Once price inversed this 1 minute fair value gap, I just exited. So I only lost around 230. Okay, so from there, I'm like, okay, I tried to figure out what was going on. It took me like around a minute. I'm just looking around. I'm like, okay, internal lows, internal SMT, equilibrium, objective taken, we're bullish. So I figured that out, but that was not in time because, we've had this 1 minute inversion. This was right after I was in shorts. This is actually what I exited the trade off. So once we got this 1 minute inversion, this would have been the best entry. The reason I couldn't take this is because, again, I had to reanalyze or just understand what I was looking for. And then I did that. I got back to the 1 minute chart, right? And then I saw, oh, okay, we already have the inversion. That's actually the good long position. But at that point, we were already up here. I didn't want to take it off of the inversion anymore because I would have wanted to take it here, but that's too late now. I'm not going to try to just enter off of that. But then what I see is that we have this small 1 minute imbalance left behind. If it could just not, this small 1 minute imbalance that we tap into and respect. I enter on this candle. My stop loss is just right beneath this low right here. And then my take profit is simply just at Asia highs. Wait, did I take it right there? I think I took it a little lower. Or maybe this was the trade. I don't even know. It was something like this. Okay. So this is the trade. It played out very nicely. I was able to understand where price wanted to go. And so, yeah, this trade won me around 380. The thing is, I was trying to mess around with, I wanted to try to add another take profit to like these highs all the way up here, which obviously would have played out. What I did was, and I've done this before, I accidentally did market sell and I closed all my position right around here for a 1-to-1. Okay. So it should have really been a around $420 trade instead of it was a $370. And I don't really care about the money. It's just something annoying that's happened to me before. It's just like annoying as hell. It's one of those little technical mistakes that aren't really your fault. It's just annoying. So, it's unfortunate that happened, but it's not the biggest deal. But that happened to me, and I'm like, serious, bro? Like, I didn't get to actually hit my take profit. I closed before, and I wanted to leave a runner to this high, which would have played out very nicely, but I couldn't, obviously, because the trade closed. I accidentally closed it on accident. I'm like, all right. And it starts running, and I'm like, bro, are you really going to do this to me? I'm like, dude, I tried to do this. This would have been the trade that I took, but again, I accidentally closed it here. And this has actually happened to me before, something exactly like this. It was actually a couple of Fridays ago. It was like January 17th. You guys can watch that. This exact same thing happened to me. It's annoying, right? But there's nothing I can do. I understood where price wanted to go, and I was able to execute nicely off of it. Okay, so good trade. Now I'm sitting around plus 100 on the day. Now, for some reason, I wasn't satisfied because at this point I'm very close to passing my eval, and I'm like, bro, I'm considering just going for the gamble, and like I'm really considering it because I'm so close, and I'm like feeling like I just need to pass it. And then what I see, all right, I didn't gamble. But what I did see, I'm like, okay, there's some sort of opportunity here. I'm going to take it because I'm going to pass this eval. Okay. So then what I see is that we have this 1 minute imbalance right after ES takes out Asia highs, which was the objective in my trading or the day. We come up and we fill this 1 minute imbalance and we respect it. Boom. That's my short. Stops right here. And then just literally just going for the pass, the eval. And as you can see, it just runs right through me. Now at this point, I'm like, oh, I'm gambling. Fuck this. I'm gambling. I'm going to pass this account. And then from there, just gambled until it passed. So that's literally it, bro. Was this a good trade? Absolutely not. We had just swept out these lows. So the internal and the external are not aligned, which is literally what I was just talking about, how it's very important. This is a 5 minute low, maybe even a 15. Yeah, this is actually a 15-minute low that we swept before I entered into a short. And so it's the exact same mistake that I made with this trade. And I made it this one again because I did not align the internal model with the external model. So awful trade on my part. Not the market. Nothing is the market. It's all me. So awful trade. This put me on tilt even more. And then I just gambled. And then I'm very glad I was able to do this. I passed the eval. This was just, I was saved, man. I was literally just saved. This was like a miracle. So bad trading day. I was simply just saved today. But, you know, the trades that I did take were good trades. Like the real trades that I took, which were just the short was a bad trade. But then the long was amazing. So yeah. And, you know, if this, if the short played out, I'm sure I would have said it was probably a decent trade. And, I still think that this trade wasn't all necessarily that bad, but it wasn't A. It was not probably like a B trade. So, not the greatest trade, but it's also not the worst. So I'm not really that upset with this trade here. It's just that we had, obviously I couldn't read price at the time because I was rushing it on my phone. Did not really see much of that. I was more focused on just the bearish SMT and the inverse and all that shit. So, I do think if I was able to just sit at my desk today at home and if I was able to just read the markets, right, and I'm able to trade normally from 9:30 a.m. to 11 or whatever and not have to be in school and rushing and all that shit, it would have been a good day and I would not have gambled and I would have only taken this long. I'm positive when I say that. I mean, this isn't my ego speaking. This is literally just me being honest. So Ethan, when you look back on this, like, yeah, it is your fault. Just understand that you knew where the market wanted to go. Like if I was on the charts at home today, I would have taken this, would have been out for the day. This would have also passed my eval, obviously, and then that would have been the day. But since I got rushed and I couldn't see everything, I got out of class, boom, shorts stopped out, and then I see the long only right here, making me only like plus 100 on the day, put me on tilt, whatever, loss. Gamble. Eval passed, miracle. That pretty much sums up the day. Okay, so yeah, other than that, going into the Express, I'm going to I'm so tired, bro. What am I trying to say? I'm just gonna practice building good habits here. I'm not really looking for a payout. I just want to practice good habits. I'm not gonna trade like one micro, but I'm just gonna purely just practice taking quality setups with patience and discipline, and not like something like this where, if you're rushed and you can't really see exactly what's going on and you just jump into a short like I did today. Definitely won't be doing that with the Express account. Like if I saw this and saw a couple conflicts to the downside, I would have been like, nope, I'm rushed and I'm not able to sit down and fully analyze the charts. Therefore, I'm not executing this trade and I wouldn't have taken this. So it's just a lot of factors besides the actual charts played into today, which shouldn't be, right? I was focused on passing an eval. You should never be focused on that. It should always be focusing on building good habits. Today was not that. So bad day. Even though it was green, it was a bad day. And I gotta be honest, gotta be transparent with yourself, But, going into the Express account, I'm purely focusing on building good habits. I'm gonna be risking around 300 a trade. And risking 300 a trade, only taking high quality setups, stepping away after 1 or 2 trades, and then literally just want to build good habits because like I'm really just trying to I'm more in like the longevity mindset where I want to just be able to manage much more capital with good psychology. So this is just a warm up. I've already had a 50K funded and I've passed it before and I've traded on it and I was close to getting a payout and then I blew it. So I'm just, you know, and the reason I blew it is because I was focused on getting a payout and I actually got really close to a payout, but I was too focused on the money. Should never do that. So yeah, I'm just going to focus on building new habits. And, I do think that it'll be a lot, I guess, easier for me to have these good habits because I no longer have that stress of having to pass an eval. I can kind of just really focus on my psychology now. And, it's been, difficult to do that with an eval. I can't lie. So all in all, longs did my overall bias for the day was bullish, and of course the longs is what played out. So next time, Ethan, align the internal and the external model a lot better. Like for example, like in this case, the only good short opportunity would be off of this bearish SMT. Like if you wanted to take this bearish SMT for a trade, you would see, okay, maybe like, actually no, there's nothing to take here because by the time that we inversed this 1 minute imbalance, it got already all the way down here and stopped at the internal lows, which put in this SMT. Therefore, there was no short opportunity, but like, let's just say there was off of this candle. This would have been the only good short to the internal liquidity. And then from there, you see long. Other than that, that was the trade recap. It's a green day, right? Because I'm not going to obviously count my gambling. Gambling was green. I don't really care about that. But all in all, the actual two trades, the real two trades that I took were green. So it's technically a green day, but it's a bad day. It's a bad trading day because of the gambling. So yeah, other than that, that's the trade recap for you guys. So now that I have the Express account, I'm just gonna just really like work on my psychology and just building good habits, only taking high quality setups. Risking around 300 a trade. I don't really care about the money. Just gonna be risking around 300. So yeah, I wonder if I could pull it up so you guys believe me that I actually did pass this. I wonder. Let's see. I think the market's closed, right? Or no, maybe it's not. So yeah, if you go here, 50K account, pass. So I don't know why it says red. Huh. Oh, it's all right, whatever. It doesn't matter. So yeah, accounts passed. All in all, bad day. Ethan, you were able to understand where the market wanted to go. Just next time, sit down and you really need to analyze the markets before you just enter into a trade. So other than that, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next trade recap. I'm gonna try to get a day in the life out. My February break is coming up soon. I'll definitely post more day in the life. So other than that, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.